The Prime Minister watched it today in the Parliament House Auditorium. Now, this film reopens the core issue, the fundamental issue of what happened in the Sabarmati Express in Godhra, which led to the unfortunate Gujarat riots. It's a chapter of the Gujarat riots which everybody has tried to cover up. But this film has brought it into public arena, into the public focus. Let's debate.
Prime Minister Modi reached the Parliament this evening for a special screening of the film, The Sabarmati Report.
ऐसा के लिए वो 9/11 था और भारत के लिए वैसा ही एक वक्त दस्तक देने वाला था.
The movie delves into the truth behind the events that unfolded on February 27, 2002, when 4 coaches of the Sabarmati Express were set ablaze by a mob of 3,000 people at Godhra.
Coincidence एक ही बार होता है.
Over 59 people died in the incident, mostly women and children, after car sevaks returning from Ayodhya became a target of this attack. After watching the film, the Prime Minister commended the filmmakers for their efforts. Just a couple of weeks ago, Prime Minister Modi had taken to social media platform X, hailing the effort for revealing the truth of the Sabarmati Report to the common people.
भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ.
Prime Minister Modi was joined by his cabinet colleagues, Home Minister Amit Shah and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh at the Parliament for the special screening. The screening of the movie generated a lot of buzz in the Parliament, with BJP MPs hailing the movie, claiming that the truth of Sabarmati Express is finally coming out.
साबरमती की वो सच्चाई जो देश भी जानना चाहता है, जिसके साथ एक बहुत बड़ी साजिश हुई थी. पता चलेगा कि उस दिन ट्रेन में क्या घटित हुआ था, कैसे उसको एक बहुत बड़ा दंगे का स्वरूप दिया गया था.
Meanwhile, the Congress continued to take pot shots at the Prime Minister over the 2002 Godhra carnage.
उसी कार्यकाल में हुआ तो सब जानकारी है कि उसको क्या देखने जा रहा है. एक मिनट, एक सेकंड में पल की जानकारी उसको रही है. उसको प्रमोट करने में मतलब फ्लॉप हो गई पिक्चर, तो प्रधानमंत्री जी प्रमोट करने जा रहे हैं.
With top BJP voices taking a stand for the Sabarmati truth, has the lobby's narrative on 2002 Godhra carnage finally met its end against the complete truth?
So, Pankaj Sharma, personally, I'll tell you my views on this. I'm extremely happy, delighted that this film has come out because it tells you the truth about what happened on the train. Now, what happened on the train was pre-planned. It was a Muslim mob and the victims were Hindu. So people may not know, because nowadays if you look at someone who is perhaps about under the age of 30 today, may not know what exactly happened in the Gujarat riots, and they will believe that it was started by a Hindu mob targeting Muslims. But as we all now know, and we must always tell everybody, it was a Muslim mob that targeted innocent Hindus. And when we did this debate a few days back, Nikhil and Pankaj, some young people were shocked. They said, we have only thought that the Gujarat riots started when Hindus attacked Muslims. But the truth, Rohan Gupta, which has now come out, and which is doubtless very true, that it was a Muslim mob that targeted innocent Hindus, including Hindu women and Hindu children, and that was the starting point of the Gujarat riots. Now, is it not important to know what started? What was the starting point of the Gujarat riots? It was the targeting of Hindus by Muslims, not the targeting of Muslims by Hindus. It was the deliberate targeting of Hindus by Muslims.
Any riot is a failure of the state. It's not about Hindu or Muslim. It's not like all the Muslims in Gujarat banded together and burned that train, or all the Hindus in Gujarat and banded together and burned the neighborhoods of Muslims.
There you see, you're on the back foot. No, you say it's not as if all Muslims targeted all Hindus. No, but he accepts, Sharan, that it is Muslims targeting Hindus that led to the Gujarat riots. There is no doubt about that.
No, I am saying it was a failure of the state. We don't.
No. But it was Muslims targeting Hindus or not?
We should be.
Was it Muslims targeting Hindus or not?
How does it matter?
How does it matter? You have created a narrative for 22 years that Hindus targeted Muslims.
Then are you willing
but
to say
now that the truth comes out that the riots happened with Muslims targeting Hindus, you don't want to talk about it.
Will you then say in as many words that Hindus targeted Muslims in Ahmedabad and other parts of Gujarat?
Yes.
Would you say that?
I will say. Now you want to hear? I will say that the Gujarat riots happened when Muslims targeted Hindus and several Hindu innocent men, women and children were killed in the most grisly manner when they were killed when a bogie of the Sabarmati Express was turned alive and there was a pre-planned attack as the train passed through a Muslim locality and a Muslim mob went and they targeted the Hindus.
And what about ascertaining the blame to the administration of the time, Narendra Modi, the chief minister at the time? What happens to that? I don't understand. When your GDP numbers are declining, Manipur is burning, manufacturing is at an all-time low, inflation is high in the past couple of quarters. How does the Prime Minister find the time to be the Prachar Mantri for a movie that is produced by somebody who's been making her money selling soft porn? Alt Balaji's Ekta Kapoor's platform, courts and administrations across the country have rained down on the platform for marketing what is essentially soft porn, which is not permitted in India. And the same producer, when she makes a movie, the Prime Minister of India is showcasing that movie in the parliament instead of worrying about the issues of the country. That is sad and shameful. I really don't understand how does the Prime Minister get the time to do all this booga wash?
Because you didn't answer. Because Muslims targeted Hindus, that's why the riots happened. You accept that, then we are fine. What going on?
You're stuck up on that.
I'm stuck on that because I believe that the riots started when Muslims targeted Hindus and Hindu children died and Hindu women died and 59 Hindu men, women and children were killed, burnt alive inside the Sabarmati Express. When I talk about that, you feel unhappy, you feel sad. You say, oh my God, Arnab is talking sense. People must not know the truth. Young people watching Republic must not know the truth. But I want the young people to know that the riots started in Godhra when car sevaks were targeted by a Muslim mob.
And then Narendra Modi...
No, and then you tell me, no, you accept or not? Is that the truth that Ahmed Patel spoke about? Is that the truth that Tista Setalwat spoke about?
I don't know what the truth is. I don't know what
is that the truth that Sanjeev Bhatt spoke about? Is that the truth that R.B. Srikumar spoke about? Is that the truth? Why Ahmed Patel gave money to Tista Setalwat?
How is Tista Setalwat? We are willing.
You don't want people to know the truth. So viewers, now the point is I'm getting rebuttals.
Everybody under the sun, the chief minister at the time.
Nikhil, your narrative is over. Nikhil, for a long time. Okay, now, now, Nikhil, first of all, for a long time, Sharan, you need to understand this. What these people have done is, they got this Romila Thaparization of history. They got all these left liberals sitting there in JNU on their fat scholarships and salaries and roaming around the world on fellowships. And they said, we will create a construct of this country that we will write the history that we want people to believe. And so they wrote a history of the Gujarat riots and they told all young people. And let me tell you, Sharan himself, a young man in his 20s, right? Now, they told all young people, and they know India majority people are below the age of 30. So they told all young Indians, listen young Indians, Muslims were targeted by Hindus and that's how the Gujarat riots happened. And here we are saying, no. Hindus were targeted by Muslims and that's how the Gujarat riots started. They're saying, no, we had erased that part, we had deleted that part, we had Control-Alt-Delete that part. How is that being picked up? But I'm putting that to the test and viewers, I'm asking you tonight, wherever you're watching this at home, did you know that the Gujarat riots started when Muslims targeted Hindus? 59 Hindus were burnt alive inside the Sabarmati Express and many of them were women and small children burnt alive, and that led to the Gujarat riots. Yes, there was a backlash after that and Hindus targeted Muslims as well. Most unfortunate, I condemn that. But how did it start? When Muslims targeted Hindus in a pre-planned manner. We must keep underlining that point, Sharan. Keep underlining that point. Sharan Shetty is director of Forgotten 59, The Untold Godhra Story. Must watch. Great documentary. I saw it recently. Sharan.
Thank you, Arnab. First of all, this was supposed to be an effort where we would bring out the voices of the victims, because when I was going to Godhra, I was doing a story on Ram Mandir Prana Pratishtha when it was happening for Swarajya, where I work. And it was a very limited story, and we were supposed to go and talk to the victims of these 59 Hindus who actually died on that unfortunate incident. And I realized that after doing a simple survey of literature, that there is no recollection, no story whatsoever. There is no memorial of what happened to these people. And now everything has been decided by the courts. There has been a commission. The Banerjee Commission was set up, which actually took upon itself the mandate to decide that they will suddenly do justice delivery of all the people, and it was rightfully struck down by the Gujarat High Court.
No, I understand the history, but why do you think there's a discomfort over this particular film? Why the discomfort over the subject?
That is exactly what even I'm trying to understand. Now, if you look at the entire discomfort that the Congress party and the opposition is actually expressing, they simply do not want the 59 people to be shown. They don't want the Godhra story to be actually heard by the people. You can have different documentarians, you can have filmmakers actually screen several other movies in the parliament when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. And today a Prime Minister who's actually taken personal attacks on himself for 20 years, he's been cleared by the courts, he's been gone through a media trial, a judicial trial, everything has happened. And despite all of this, after 22 years, if you are in denial, then I think that speaks volumes. You know, powerful people were actually targeted, Arnab. So I believe that this will continue because there is a hidden agenda. The agenda is very clear today. And this will continue.
The hidden agenda is simple. Not Pankaj, what is wrong if people get to know that the real reason for the Gujarat riots was the attack by the Muslim mob on innocent car sevaks? Every riot has a starting point. The starting point of the Gujarat riots when 59 innocent people were just locked up inside a bogie of Sabarmati Express and burnt alive. And the Muslim mob did not care that many of these were children. Many of these, what Sharon calls forgotten 59, can you imagine, burnt alive? And the train was passing through a Muslim majority area, right, Sharon? And people were locked up, not allowed to go in, and firebombed to death.
It was,
and this culture of victimhood has been created by that. It's so sad, Pankaj. But now people know. Now the truth is out, Pankaj.
The movie that the Prime Minister is watching in the Parliament is
what's wrong if the Prime Minister watches a film on that?
And Petrol, which was
fictional movie. I'm not saying...
What fictional? What's fiction about it? Godhra didn't happen?
No. As the producers of the movie, whether
Godhra
the movie
didn't
is a
happen?
documentary... Whether the
Godhra
movie is a documentary accurately depicts...
Did Godhra happen?
The movie is a documentary. Is the movie a documentary or is it...
Did Godhra happen?
Of course Godhra happened. Nobody is going to deny that.
What happened in Godhra? What happened in Godhra?
59 people were burnt by a mob.
59 people of which religion?
Like Hindu or Muslim.
59 people of which religion?
I don't care. Indian citizens burnt.
Indian citizens, 59 Hindus were burnt alive.
Crime doesn't have a religion.
I do not care whether
No, 59 Hindus were burnt alive. Out of that, there were 27 Hindu women.
Why do you have
27 Hindu women, 20 Hindu children.
27 Indian women.
27 Hindu women who are Indians.
Women. Arnab,
20 Hindu children.
Used to talk about India. Let's talk about India and the nation.
81% of the victims were women and children. Hindu women and Hindu children.
Indian women and Indian children.
Why? It makes you uncomfortable, is it? See, Pankaj, he's becoming uncomfortable because Hindus are victims, he's uncomfortable.
Absolutely not. See, again, I don't go around...
You have portrayed this as a genocide of Muslims. What happened in Godhra was a genocide of Hindus.
Targeting Muslim neighborhoods.
Why was the Sabarmati Express targeted? Why was the Sabarmati Express targeted, Pankaj?
Whatever some
whatever. Pankaj, why was Sabarmati Express targeted? Because the passengers were Hindus. Because they were carrying car sevaks.
Based on true facts, and that the fire was the result of pre-planned erosion by a large Muslim mob, as the Gujarat government's Nanavati Commission concluded. They are free to believe that, but those who like to believe the conclusion of Banerjee Commission findings, which declared that it was an accident, they also...
Accident? You think Godhra was an accident? The fire accidentally went in and Hindus were accidentally burnt alive.
Banerjee Commission said it was an accident. But the fundamental question is this, that Godhra
You believe it was an accident?
tragedy.
You believe it was an accident?
Banerjee Commission.
No, you believe it was an accident. Who formed the Banerjee Commission? Lalu Prasad Yadav. They decided to release the interim report just ahead of the assembly elections in Bihar in 2005. Even the Gujarat High Court in 2017 upheld the conspiracy theory of the train burning accident. You don't want to consider what the Gujarat High Court said?
So, who formed the Nanavati Commission?
Yeah, what was the evidence that was... No, you don't like the fact that Hindus are targeted. You see, viewers are calling tonight. See, Rohan, people are becoming awakened as this program. More and more people know that Hindus were burnt alive, which led to the Gujarat riots. Look at the discomfort, huh, Rohan? Do you see the discomfort tonight? Do you see the unease? Nikhil, Pankaj, so uneasy. So uncomfortable.
I'm not at all uneasy. I'm just shocked at the fact that the Prime Minister has to do prachar for a fictional movie. See, again, Arnab, had this been a documentary
Godhra is fiction.
on the Godhra train burning,
Godhra is fiction.
the riots in Gujarat.
Godhra is fiction.
No, Godhra is not fiction. Sabarmati Report.
Sabarmati Express is fiction. Sabarmati Express is fiction.
The movie by a soft porn producer is fiction.
Sabarmati Express burning is fiction.
You should have watched some documentary.
Rohan Gupta.
I am talking about the movie. Don't try to twist my words.
I want to make you uncomfortable. I want to make you even more uncomfortable than you are right now.
I am talking about this movie by a soft porn producer.
Please understand. See, there are two things, Arnab. The whole debate is around whether this movie is fictional. No, we are not. The country has right to know what is the complete story. Nobody justifies what happened post Godhra or what happened in Godhra. Both are wrong, but the country needs to know what is the true story. What is wrong in that? This is not prachar, right? You might have your opinion. When you are saying that post Godhra is by Hindus against Muslims, then why you are not saying that what happened in Sabarmati is by Muslims against Hindu? If you are talking that this is against Indians by mob, then here also it is the same. You cannot apply the half rule. That is the problem here. Let the country decide. Let the people decide. Let the youth decide what is right and wrong.
How much time?
We are not here to pass judgment. But if somebody is informing the truth, why you are uncomfortable?
Pankaj.
It is everybody's right to know the truth.
Is decided by
it is not about
the
Banerjee report or Nanavati report. Both might have their own motive. The people have right to know the truth. And if this movie has been created and you have objection, you can go and file the complaint against this movie that this is not the truth. But you cannot say that Prime Minister is being prachar. He is watching the movie because misconception has been created against him and he's going and watching the movie. Where is the prachar in that? You cannot question that. The country needs to know the complete truth. That is what I understand.
Sending out endorsements for the movie on Twitter. Rohan, the Prime Minister is sending out endorsements for the movie on Twitter. I don't understand how else could he go on prachar.
See, it is not endorsement. Please, my friend, understand. He is simply saying the truth has come out. Don't you feel some accusation is made against anybody? He watches the film and he says the truth has come out.
The truth is that there was a mob of 2,000 people. The truth is that there was a mob of 2,000 people, primarily Muslim, who torched 4 bogies, if I'm not mistaken, of Sabarmati Express. And they targeted Sabarmati Express because it was full of Hindu car sevaks returning from Ayodhya. They wanted to take revenge on the Hindu car sevaks. And they ended up killing 20 Hindu children, 27 Hindu women, and 59 in all. 81% of those who were killed were Hindu women and children. That is the starting point of the Gujarat riots. This is the truth nobody wants you to know. The Romila Thaparization of history, ladies and gentlemen, and this whole subaltern brigade taking over the writing of history, the motivated JNU type groups, all these people, the NAC types, the Sonia Gandhi Volunteer Brigade, all these people have corrupted the truth about what's happened in our country. Accept the truth, ladies and gentlemen. 1984, thousands of Sikhs were killed at the behest of Congress leaders, which Rahul Gandhi accepted. 2002, a Muslim mob targeted Hindu car sevaks, leading to the Gujarat riots. This is the reality of history.
And who died in the Gujarat?
It is not the Ahmed Patel version of history, but it's the truth.
If you want to communalize it, who died in the Gujarat?
It's not the Tista Setalwad version of history, but it's the truth.
What were the death numbers? Arnab, what were the death numbers in the Gujarat riots? What was the Gujarat state government doing at the time?
Well, according to you, there are only two freedom fighters in this country, Mahatma Gandhi and Pandit Nehru. I believe there are many more.
Of course,
I believe you say that bada pet girta hai to dharti hilti hai, and I believe you say hua to hua.
No, those freedom fighters, the other.
I believe you also said Bhagwan Shri Ram to the hi nahi.
They were from the Congress party, not from the BJP or the Jan Sangh or the RSS. RSS was the one who was boycotting
anyway,
the
against
the Britishers in 1942.
Sab kuch people know a lot right now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support and viewership. And ladies and gentlemen, we are following the story. It's not about a film. It's about versions of history. And that's what I love. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.